Let me introduce myself. This is Volkan Öğüt. I've been working in Prota Group since 2012. So today we will talk about our new features in ProtaSteel, and I will show some tips and tricks about the usage of the software. So in our agenda today, we will talk about our products, what we offer, our core advantages, and we will continue with the live webinar. So project delivery has different stages such as modeling, design, analysis, fabrication, detailing, and BIM. So you can consider ProtaStructure as an all-in-one software that can accomplish all these stages with a single software. ProtaStructure consists of 4 different softwares. So the first one is ProtaStructure that you can model, analyze, and design your members. Then you can export this model to the Prota details, and you can obtain your RC detail drawings. Of course, if you have steel members, then you can create your steel connections in ProtaSteel, and you can generate your fabrication details. Of course, with ProtaBIM, you can actually share your model with the other BIM platform, especially Revit is one of the main BIM platform in this case. So we are supporting 25 different international codes and 10 different languages. In our knowledge base, you can find more than 250 design guides and manuals. Let me close this. We have been selling our software in 80 different countries with our 24 partners in 14 different offices. So we are an expanding global company. You can see our headquarters in Turkey, Poland, and Malaysia, and also the black dots are representing our resellers. So now we are selling our product almost all over the world. So we started our journey in 1992. Since then, we have been developing our software. In 2014, ProtaStructure is introduced, and now Prota software achieved licensed users in 80 different countries. So as we mentioned, project delivery has different stages, such as modeling, design, component design, detailing, drafting, and fabrication. And most of you are using different softwares for each of these stages. Actually, each of the step of project delivery. But with ProtaStructure, what you can do, you can model, analysis, design, detail elements, and you can obtain the fabrication details of steel elements as well. So this is our core advantage, like being an all-in-one software, and you can use for each of this step, ProtaStructure, each of this step. So ProtaStructure is used by thousands of leading engineering consultants around the world to design and deliver their projects quickly and efficiently. You can see our actually well-known references from all around the world. So now let's talk about our new features and tips. We have just introduced new macros in ProtaSteel, which are knee connection, welded box profile connections, and RC column truss seating connection. You can filter part number. Actually, you can filter parts regarding their part numbers. You can obtain drawings with our new interface. We have added some new languages, Romanian and Polish, and we have other enhancements such as Tekla, actually IO update. So in our new macro, list, you can create a new connection as seen in the figure, or you can use welded box profile connections for truss members. And if you have if your truss is sitting on the concrete column, you can use the truss sitting connection for this purpose. As seen in the image, you can quickly search the part number from the filter options, and you can actually do some adjustments on them. You can select all, and for instance, you can increase their thicknesses, etc. So in our new drawing module, we have just passed to the ribbon menu, and you can add some dimensions, annotations, also change colors. If you want, you can add sections. So all these commands are actually given in this new interface. Also, we are supporting different languages such as English, Turkish, Spanish, Slovenian, Serbian, and Portuguese. In this new version, we have also added Polish and Romanian languages as well. So other enhancements, we updated Tekla add-on that you can export your model to the Tekla 2021. Also, we have extended our libraries. So we added INP profiles to our library in ProtaSteel. Now it's available to be used. Okay, let's see in action. Okay, as you see, I have such a model. I just run the analysis from here. Then you can see in here. Then I passed, actually, I went to the design part, and you can clearly see that all columns, frames, braces, purlins are successfully designed. By the way, in here, you can see that we have also introduced our new feature, composite slabs. You can see the primary composite beams and secondary composite beams in here. You can clearly see here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I will just push this model to the ProtaSteel environment. In the drawings reports, you can select the ProtaSteel, and once you select the ProtaSteel, all members will be exported to the ProtaSteel environment. Okay. Now let's just start with our new feature, actually new macros. So first, I'm gonna go to the truss connections, and I will select the RC column truss seating command. First, we can select the column, then bottom chord, and as you see, the truss seating has been generated on the top of the column. What we can do, we can press M and Enter button to get into the macro settings. You can simply increase the bolt numbers just like this, or of course, if you want, you can use the default values as you wish. You can increase the plate thicknesses from here, or actually weld thicknesses as well. Okay. So now I would like to continue with the steel detailing. So we can also add some anchor bolts. You just need to right click, then select the plate, and all anchors will be generated on the holes. Okay, let's copy this actually connection with the anchors to the other side. I will just select all connection components from here. Then what we can do, we can mirror, we can use the mirror command to copy to the other side. So I'm going to draw a mirror plane, and once you click on run, it will be copied to the other side. Okay, so let's continue, but before we go further, I would like to show also copy command. So what we can do, we can select all these components, and we can copy. Let's deselect the bottom core, and we can use the copy special command in the liner one. So in here you can see our coordination system over here. So in this case, I will just copy this members on the Y direction. So let's just insert 5000 millimeter and click on the copy button. As you see, all these connections has been applied to the other truss as well. So let's continue with the welded box connection. First, in this case, first you need to select the primary member, then secondary members. Top chord and bottom chord can be considered as primary member, so we can select first primary member, then secondary members. Once you right click, the relevant macro will be applied. I will do the same for the other joints. By the way, once you create a connection, the relevant members will be highlighted with the green color. I believe that you already realized this. If you just a bit zoom in, the selection will be easier. For example, just like this. So I will just complete the other nodes as well. So once we complete, I'm going to select the assembly of this truss, and you will see that all truss members will be selected. And this one. So we already added all. Okay. Okay, so once you select the assembly of truss, you will see that all components of truss has been highlighted with the red color. So in the assembly drawing, you will see it will be dimensioned as a single piece. Okay, so let's go to our third new macro, which is knee connection. So I'm going to go to the beam to column connection, and in here we have knee connection. First, we need to select the primary member. In this case, our primary member is a column. Then I'm going to select the beam, and the connection will be generated just like this. What we can do, we can get into the macro properties and increase the, for example, bolt numbers. I would like to add some extra bolts using this parameters in here. So once we click apply button, the new bolts will be generated on the connection. Of course, if you want, you can, for example, increase the thickness of plates or weld thicknesses, bolt diameters, all can be customized in here. And in the macro presets, you can save as for further usage. Okay, so let's continue with the other macro, actually with the other macros. So for example, I would like to use hinge connection. You just need to select column and beam, hinge connection will be generated. If you want to add some stiffener on it, you can simply select this checkbox and it will be applied to the interface just like this. So now I would like to continue with the stiffen end plate. Again, I will select the primary member, secondary member, and the existing stiffeners and right click. Of course, if you want, you can also add some bolts, for example, in here. Sorry, in here, let's say to multiply 90 millimeter. As you see, I have added new bolts on this connection. We can continue with the bracing connection. For example, let's use corner bolted gusset plate. First, again, the primary member. You can quickly select the bracing element and the limiting plate. In this case, it's our stiffener. So such a complicated connection can be done in a minute. Of course, what we can do, we can mirror this connection to the other side. So I just selected the connection, go to edit, run the mirror. We already draw the mirror plane, so I don't have to draw once more. And the mirror command have been applied to the other side. We can also add, for example, some brace connections on the middle. We can use corner bolted gusset plate, and that's all. Let's use some beam-to-beam connection. For example, apex hinge connections can be done with just a couple clicks. Of course, you can customize macro settings as you wish. So I would like to also add some column beam connections. For instance, we can use a flange plate connection in here, which is a moment transferring connection. Just to escape to exit from common. And we can use, for example, thin plate on simple direction. We can simply use just a couple clicks to insert such a complicated connection. Let's continue with the, for instance, extended end plate. If you want, you can change the orientation of stiffeners with the Control W button on your keyboard, okay, just like this. Also, you may use, for instance, extended end plate connection. Again, I will just select main member and secondary member, and that's all. I can also use existing stiffeners of the extended end plate connection, just like this. Let's just add the brace connection in here as well. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I will show some beam-to-beam connections. For example, you can add some end plate connections, or stiffen end plate can be used. Also, we have fin plate connection for beam-to-beam members. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same ones on the other side. This time maybe we can use beam-to-beam angle clip. Okay, I think we can add some. By the way, I see that some of you are asking questions. I will take the questions at the end of the webinar. So let's continue. So in the actually ancillary Steelwork, you can add, for instance, handrails. So you just need to select the beam, double click, and handrails will be inserted. You can actually connect this handrail if you wish. You just need to select the handrails, and that's all. Okay, so I would like to continue with the IntelliConnect feature. You can simply select all members and create the connections. IntelliConnect assess the joints and select the most appropriate connection for the relevant joints, relevant nodes. So what we can do, we can use IntelliConnect with right click, and let's say let's create purlin connections. If you want to select a specific connection type, you can do this in here, or the software can select behalf of you, of course, automatically. By the way, if there is an error, you can see in here. So I would like to continue with the IntelliConnect to place GERT connections. Again, I will use the automatic option. Okay, as you see, all GERT connections have been inserted. So let's continue with the, for instance, base plates. You can just simply select the base plate connections, and all these connections can be generated in a minute, maybe in just a couple seconds. Okay, so as you see, our brace element and stiffeners are clashing with each other. So what we can do, we can select all structure, press the enter button, and we can select the relevant macro in batch mode. In this case, it will be base plate connection macro. So let's click on display property editor. Again, I'm going to do the same. Now, if I just remove these stiffeners, it will be applied to the all macro, actually all the base plates that are created. For example, you can see that it will be applied to the all base plates. Okay, let's run the IntelliConnect for truss connections as well. Okay, in here we have truss connection. Of course, in some cases, it may not complete all truss connections, but we have, for this purpose, we have macros. what we can do, we can use, for example, welded gusset plate. Again, we need to select the primary members and secondary members, and connections will be generated with just a couple clicks. I will do the same on the other side. Okay, so for this node, we have a different connection macro. We are using the, let me show you in here. Generally, we are using the Apex Truss gusset connection for this purpose. So as you see, the macro couldn't extend the column height, so we can do this manually. Simply, I will just insert a value from the column properties. Maybe okay, I think this is the endpoint. Just like this, maybe we can slightly extend it more. Just like this. So what I can do, I can just apply the same adjustment to the other column as well. I can select the column that I want to extend. Then we can use match elements common and select the column that I extended, this one. You can clearly see that it's been extended as well. Okay, I think I have shown a lot of different macros. So let's talk about a bit the drawing part. But before, I would like to show how you can filter part members via their part numbers. So let me. Okay, all questions I will actually answer at the end of the webinar. So let me continue. Okay, so what are we going to do? I will just select all members, and in the drawings and reports, we can perform numbering in here. So let's just assign part numbers. Okay, numbering has been completed. Okay, so let's say that we would like to search the place which has the same part number with this object. So first, I would like to double click on it because I want to see the part number of it. So P13. What we can do, we can just remove the visibilities. So I'm going to double right click to select only plates. I'm going to show again. Double right click to show only a visibility of plates. Then we can hit to the apply and OK button. And in here, if you double click with your, of course, with your left button, you will reach to the view properties. In here, I'm gonna use filter button, and we can get into the plate tab. So let's just search P13 part number in here. So as you see, these all of them has actually the same part numbers. Probably I inserted P. Let me check again. Okay, so as you see, all similar part numbers has been filtered in the view. So let's just clear the view. You can use the clear filter values, okay, and then also you can activate the visibility with the double click with your right button of your mouse. Okay, so let's talk a bit how we can create views in ProtaSteel. So if you want to create views automatically regarding the axis, you can select the axis system, right click, and you can create all views automatically, just like this. Of course, if you need, you can create your view manually as well. Under View tab, you can select View by 2 points option. So I will just draw here. Or I would like to show other method. You can simply press the F4 button to pass to the orthogonal view. Then you can quickly create your view by 2 points, just like this. So let's continue to add some views as well. I would like to add a view on the Y direction. Let's just add here and on the D axis. For example, you can simply pick the nodes and view will be generated. I'm going to do the same on this axis. So now I would like to create some detailing cubes. We call it Detail Item Manager. So because we can generate some views regarding to this cube, let's go to the Steel tab and select the Detailing Item Manager. But before, I'm going to select all this connection and click on the Detailing Item Manager. So let's just add a detail A. We can just click on the Select Objects button, then right click. Okay, the cube will be generated. If you want, you can change the views. You can select different surfaces, or you can add 3D view. I will do the same for the base plate. Again, I'm going to go to Detailing Item Manager, Detail B, add. You can click on Select Objects, right click. You can add 3D view and close the window. Of course, we can select this connection as well. So this can be detail C. Let's click to select objects. I already selected, so I just need to right click, and we can add 3D views as well. If you want to change the views, you can simply remove it and add the relevant view that you want. Okay. We can add also a splice connection over here. For example. By the way, if some of the connections are clashing with each other, you can, for example, in this case, I can quickly change the girth connection type from here and remove this clash. It just couple clicks. Okay. So what I'm gonna do in here, I will also select the splice connection. Also, don't forget to select the plates of it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, again, I will select the detailing item manager and detail D. Okay. So let's go to the drawing module with the Control D button. Okay. If you want, you can also go to the Drawings tab and select the drawings. But generally, I prefer Control D button on my keyboard to open the drawing module. Then we can press to the F6 button to reach to the drawing manager, and we can create some drawings in here. For example, I would like to add general arrangement drawings. You can change your paper size, orientation from here. Let's just click on it. So what we can do in here, we can create viewports. If you want, you can just remove some unnecessary member. For example, I generally prefer hidden line, and we may remove some elements that we don't want to see. For example, I just want to see profile, plate, bolts, and belts. And of course, if you want, you can go to the model objects. For example, if you want to change the colors or line styles, you can do these adjustments via model objects. Once you apply the current, it will be automatically changed. So let's change one of them. For example, maybe we can make it like purple. Okay, so once you click to the apply current, it will be automatically updated. On the other hand, we can draw a section viewport just like this. And they are basically the same, so I'm going to delete this one. And we can create also another view just like this. So what we can do, once you select the view, actually viewport, the commands will be active. And what we can do, we can add some dimensions. For example, we can simply select the nodes and you can add dimensions just like this. If you want to add a vertical dimension, you can select the vertical dimension option and pick the nodes as seen in here. So if you would like to add some align dimensions, it can be also done just like this. Okay, so let's talk about a bit annotation. In the annotation tab, you can use some settings. For example, I just want to see as a label, I just want to see the profile name and the ProtaStructure label. You just need to drag and drop to this pane, and once you click apply, it will be stored. We can simply select some sections that we want to annotate and click to the profiles button. So if you would like to place for example, this label, you can just click on the label and drag to the desired place, just like this. I would like to also add some, for example, bolt diameters. So first select the bolt, click on the bolts, then the bolt diameter will be shown. Of course, you can customize it. I just selected the diameter that I want to see. So it only shows M60, which is diameter of bolt. Okay, and lastly, maybe we can show a plate. Here we have a plate over here. So I just want to see the thickness of this plate. You can also 25 millimeter. You can also change the fields from here if you would like to use any other parameter. Okay, now let's use the our tool tab, and we can quickly generate our connection details automatically. For example, by the way, I didn't create the section of the this direction, so let me create it as well. Okay, because at least we need to have a single plan or elevation view, which includes these connections. So that's why I just created this view. So what we can do, we can click on the connection detail drawings, and all connections will be prepared accordingly. Of course, if you want, you can add some annotates. For example, I just want to see the weld thicknesses on 3D. So what we can do, we can go to the annotation tab, select the welds, or you can simply select the bolts and click to the bolts button to annotate them. Okay, so let's go to the edit tab. In here, you can play with the visibilities. If you don't want to see some elements, you can hide via the visibility, or you can add sections. Any text shapes can be added. Okay. You can use the viewport settings from here. You can play with the viewport settings. Okay, if you would like to export it to the CAD file, you can use this button. But at the end, we will do this in batch mode. So on the other hand, you can automatically generate the assembly drawings. To do this, you can simply select the column and create the drawings of course, part drawings can be also generated automatically as well. But in this case, I will create the assembly drawing of it. Again, we need to press the F6 button to reach the drawing manager. And just like this. So all parts which is connected with this column have been drawn and dimensioned accordingly. You can see the material and bolt list over here. So in the drawing module, if you want, you can select multiple drawings and export to DXF. For example, Let's just select desktop. Doesn't matter how many drawings do you have. You can simply select the drawings and export to the DXF format for your CAD software. Okay, let's just close the drawing part. And I would like to show, lastly, I would like to show the settings that you can change the language. In the user interface, you can select the display language. And in here, you can use English, Turkish, Spanish, Romanian, Slovenian, Polish, and Serbian languages in here. Of course, you need to restart the software after changing the language, but you can use any of these languages in the ProtaSteel environment. Okay, so let's finalize our webinar. So in our Prota Help Center, you can see our articles, some user guides, tutorial videos, or reference manuals. You can reach it from our Help Center. In our website, you can reach to our white papers about different topics. Please subscribe our YouTube channel. That of course, if you want to see our new videos, you can also follow us from our social media accounts. And if you have, if you'd like to receive a code about the software, you can just send an email to the global site at protasoftware.com. Also, you can visit our website www.protasoftware.com. Thank you for your attendance. Have a nice day. See you in our next webinar. Bye.